You want gore? You want some gore? The 80s gives you the gore, man!
Hey guys, Rob from Georgia here, and with episode 14 of my 22 Shots of Appreciation. And wasn't planning on doing another episode this quick, but I saw this film last night, Berberian Sound Studio, and it's a film that thankfully got sort of tossed out to me by Moodz, and he linked me up with his review for it. I've never seen it or heard of it. But after I saw his review, I just had to see it, so thankfully it's up on Shudder, and watched it last night. Now this is a 2012 film. It's a British horror film. Peter Strickland is the director, and it's his second full feature. Stars Toby Jones, who plays Gilderoy. He's a sound engineer, and he a British sound engineer, very notable one at that. And he gets an assignment to travel down to Rome, Italy, and work on this film. Well, it's really under false pretenses, and he thinks he's going to work on one type of film, and he actually realizes as he's working on a horror film. And of course, this is so not like him. I mean, he's just so far removed from anything like this, and so he really is a fish out of water. So it's just, I don't know, man. It is just creepy, atmospheric. There's a lot of room left up to interpretation in terms of really what's happening to him psychologically. It is just deep. I mean, there's just so much, I mean, that you could delve into in terms of just meaning. And I don't know. I mean, at the center of this film, it really revolves around the craft of sound effect engineering, or Foley work. And which is really interesting, because I've never seen a movie like this before, where there's so much emphasis placed on this craft. How do you create sound effects apart from a film and then integrate it in? I don't know, that was just amazing. You know, somebody's getting stabbed on screen, and you got somebody there stabbing a head of lettuce, and it's just all the practical work that goes into creating all the extra stuff that goes into a film that we may be unaware of. And in fact, what's really kind of neat about this film is you never actually get to see the film on screen that they're working on. Now, you may see reaction to the film, and it's not good, at least for Gilderoy. Again, he is a fish out of water, and he just feels, I mean, he feels like misplaced, right, almost from the beginning when he realizes what type of film this is. And he really doesn't want to be there. But unfortunately, he just can't seem to get himself removed from it, and it just gets worse and worse, and his character really just begins to almost like fracture over the course of this film. There's a lot going on here, and in the end especially is well open up to interpretation. And I'm not even sure exactly I think I know, or at least have an idea what's happening. And it's just really a person's descent into just kind of like a psychological hallucinogenic sort of madness. I mean, there's a lot to wonder about his character in terms of apart from this assignment and what's happening back at home in the days leading up to getting this assignment. You almost get the impression that it's not the best of times, and so he sort of just grabs this opportunity because the money probably promised sounds pretty good to him. You're not really told a lot, which is really kind of neat. He does get letters from home, and he's reading these letters, and the letters themselves almost in an arc start one way and then start to, you know, kind of descend in its own weird level of sort of madness. It's things seem to be not going well at home, and so he's becoming more and more disconnected, and more he wants to get pulled out of this. He wants to leave, but he can't. He almost becomes more and more connected to what's going on, his surroundings. What an absolutely, wow. You know, more and more I'm just loving the idea of jumping into a film completely cold. And I guess this wasn't really that cold, because I did listen to Moodz' review of it, but still, even going in, it was really new to me, and especially the art of sound engineering, and that to me was maybe the neatest aspect of this, and just watching Toby Jones over the course of this film, it's just man, it's good. It's a good film, and I never really heard of this until Moodz threw it out. So thank you, Moodz, for pointing me in this direction. And boy, if you get a chance, it's up on Shudder. It's definitely a film that I'm going to pick up at some point down the road. But Berberian Sound Studio, man, just what an absolutely treat to watch. But it is definitely, I think Moodz said this in his review, it's definitely probably not for everyone. It's definitely borders on some really eerie, under the skin type stuff. And even though a lot of it, most of it is off screen or just not there for you to see, you almost don't need to, because what you hear is more than enough. And again, that was an interesting way to tell this story. And so check it out. Berberian Sound Studio, episode 14 of my 22 Shots of Appreciation. Again, this is VHS 82 apostrophe. And man, what a movie. As always, go Bills.
This is